look, we can't start anywhere other than with the situation with Lavia and Chelsea and Liverpool. So for the viewers that don't know, Liverpool have had a £60 million bid accepted, which gazumps the £55 million bid that Chelsea put in over the weekend for Lavia. Lavia, according to the likes of Nazir Kinsella, Fraser Fletcher, the secret scout, who I'd love to know who that is, but very, very credible in that Chelsea space, and a number of others have all said that he's either on the edge of joining Chelsea or prefers Chelsea or has agreed to join Chelsea. Of course, Chelsea need to raise their bid to match that of Liverpool's, which currently sits at 60 million, but it appears he could be picking them as well. Mo, your thoughts on this? Because I've never seen anything like it in my life, and no matter how many times I cover this story, I'm still in shock.
It's as simple as nobody can compete. Chelsea's project is the most attractive project in the world at the moment, even more attractive than Man City, believe it or not. And it has nothing to do with football. It's all about securing your future, securing your family's future. Listen, I got in this debate with Hussam and with the other guy, with Staffy and everybody, and they told me, no, Chelsea's project is very attractive. It might be attractive, but also we have to put the factor that nobody offers 8 years. I've never seen it in my life that a player goes to a club, secure their future, their family's future, like when they go to Chelsea. Come on, we have to be realistic here. Lavia, like going to Liverpool, he might have agreed everything, but again, Chelsea coming in, securing the kids' future for 8 years or something. If they do that the same, you can't compete. I don't think even Man City can compete with that, because football now is beyond like you're thinking. Like Chelsea's product is good, young players, they played really good game, they outplayed Liverpool and everything. Pochettino is exciting, but there is a point when we have the same energy for Saudi Arabia with the amount of money. If you have a contract for 8 years, your future is secured. And everybody that says otherwise, it's just they don't want to believe it. They just want to say, oh, the club is good. Lavia agreed terms with Liverpool. The problem is now he saw Chelsea going for Caicedo and offering him 8 years. He's going to think, oh, I want that thing. I want my family's future secured. I want my future secured. Come on, be realistic. It's not anti-Chelsea. It's not anti the club, right? It's just reality. And Chelsea fans, they don't want to believe it. They just don't want to believe it. It's as simple as that. Nobody can compete with Chelsea. Simple as that.
I think it's also the case of like Liverpool absolutely fumbled this deal in that, like a few weeks ago, it was, Lavia wants Liverpool, they bid like 48 million, Southampton firm, no, we want 50, no, we want 50. And Liverpool just say, well, we're not willing to go to that. And then like a couple of days later, oh, now we want Caicedo for over double. Lavia, what must Lavia be thinking? He just like goes to see the club he wants to join, just like go bid double for like a relatively similar player in respective experience. Like he's only got an extra half season on him in the Premier League. They failed to get Caicedo, and now it's almost like a sort of sloppy seconds thing of, oh, we didn't get Caicedo, but can we have you back now, please, Lavia? So again, I don't blame Lavia for wanting to pick Chelsea and rejecting Liverpool just based on that, because as I say, like what message does it send a player if you're after him, you're not willing to bid an extra 2 million, but then you are willing to bid like an extra 50, 60 million on a different player, and then you come back and now apparently you are able to bid 60 million for Lavia. So yeah, if he does pick Chelsea over Liverpool, I can understand it, because I think that Liverpool have fumbled it. I think they've been messing him around, to be honest.
But also, I just want to kind of add in that when you just look at Chelsea's team, if you're a young guy, remember Lavia came from the Man City academy. I'm glad that both Liverpool and Chelsea are going after him, by the way. But look at that Chelsea squad. If you're a baller, which team would you prefer to play for? Right about now, if I was in Lavia's position, I'll be heading to Chelsea. Chelsea is full of mandem who are roughly the same age as him, who are all going to be popping the ball, running at speed, running at pace. Chelsea is the more exciting project, and under Pochettino, you're going to be getting games. You're not guaranteed under Klopp to be getting as much. I reckon Lavia will get more games at Chelsea than he would at Liverpool. And I just feel like Chelsea's on the up. It's exciting. It's full of energy. The fact that Chukwuemeka pretty much started the game, he couldn't get a sniff on the Graham Potter last year, is just showing you the direction that Pochettino has taken that team. Whereas Liverpool, it's not great. So I think just from a footballing perspective, forget the money. I just think Chelsea just makes more sense.
But Deji, on the flip side to that, you're saying everything you said makes sense, but then also you can kind of counteract it with, is he going to get game time? Is Lavia going to get game time? They're bringing in so many players, and every year Chelsea will spend and spend and spend. Almost, I'm looking at it like, if I'm a player and I want to get minutes and I want to actually improve my career, I don't know if Chelsea's the right move, because they're always going to go and spend and spend and spend and spend. I mean, even look at someone like Mudryk, who they paid, 80, 90 million for. He's not guaranteed minutes this season.
I hear that.
So
the one thing I will say, though, I hear that. The one thing that we could say in both matches in the game yesterday is that both Liverpool and Chelsea, they were missing a Lavia or Caicedo type. That was obvious. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. And for me, I think, why not? If Chelsea are looking to kind of compete on all levels, Pochettino is, from our days at Tottenham, when what he was doing, the sort of brothers that he was bringing through. If Lavia showing that he can do the bits, he will get game time, bro. That's what it's about. I think he will. I'm not so sure that he's guaranteed. Liverpool got some good ballers as well, but I don't think it's cut and dry.
If they bring in Caicedo as well as Lavia, is he going to get game time on top of Gallagher, Chukwuemeka, and all the other guys, Enzo Fernandez? They've got a lot of midfielders.
But do you know what? Yeah. I think if Lavia and Caicedo both come in, along with Enzo, they're the top three midfielders that play.
Okay.
They're the main three midfielders. There's 5 substitutions available. They're going to push hard to try and win those cup competitions. I think there's enough game time. I think Lavia is that good. I also think they'll go and sell a couple more players. They might loan some other young individuals out. Lavia is that good. I think he plays, in terms of Premier League appearances, he'll easily pick up 30 Premier League appearances this year, and he'll probably start, multiple other than the League Cup and the FA Cup as well. And it's 1 year. And looking at Chelsea yesterday, I don't see any reason why they're not going to make Europe of some sort next year. They looked good in stages for their first game, and that was without that, as we say, without that kind of natural CDM. What's your take on this, Rory?
I just think Liverpool have only got themselves to blame. I've just seen a Ornstein bomber that Lavia has chosen to join Chelsea from Southampton, and Liverpool. It's all well and good saying no one can compete with Chelsea, but they can. Like, Chelsea aren't in Europe, and if a club wanted to compete with Chelsea, they can pull the same or open the same loopholes or whatever that Chelsea are doing, and they've chosen not to. And in the case of Liverpool, they've just they've got it all wrong. They wanted Lavia, but they didn't want to pay the money. Then they completely showed their hand when they went for Caicedo. And from Lavia's perspective, it's like, well, I was second choice for you, whereas Chelsea always wanted me and Caicedo. So Chelsea have got it done. Congratulations to them. And if teams want to compete with them, then they've got to do it financially.
Yeah, and Don, I want to go to you. Obviously, the news has now come out that it's the first, again, one of the two men that everybody waits for. Ornstein has come out. Lavia has chosen to join Chelsea. And I want to, by the way, shout out the likes of Fraser Fletcher. Who else this morning? Felix Johnson, the Secret Scout, and maybe some I'm missing, who all called this 9 to 10 hours ago. But always, what it's like. Well, until I hear it from so-and-so, I'm not going to believe it. But it is now officially confirmed on. You're getting Caicedo, medical done today, and you're going to get him. There's no way Chelsea is staying in this race for Lavia, and he's agreeing to join you, and then you guys pull out. So it looks like you are getting both, my friend.
Sick, man.
Yeah. I'm happy, man. You know what I mean? This is a massive upgrade from Tyler Adams when it comes to the ceiling. Like I said, we've been interested in Lavia for quite a while. I watched a lot of Southampton last season because this is a player that I really wanted. You know what I mean? I didn't think we were going to go back in for Caicedo until I saw the links, back in May. So I'm gassed, man. Do you know what I mean? It's a young team full of a lot of talent in here. We've got the right manager to help these players develop and grow. So I'm gassed by it. I'm gassed, man. I'm so happy. And Mo, I'm sorry, Mo. You're just so salty, man. Like the way that your takes on Chelsea are just so jealous because Inter Milan are brass.
No, it has nothing to do with Inter. Don't mention Inter.
That's
nothing to do. I mentioned Liverpool. No. That's all you have to defend yourself. That's all you have to defend yourself.
It's not
Inter are broke. What about the other people in the Premier League that mentioned?
Are you gonna let me talk? Are you gonna let me talk?
Because don't mention my name. Clearly, not ask me to talk.
Yeah, but the only thing you ever say about Chelsea is, players only ever want to go there for the money. But then you don't understand that the project that's being built is more than just money. Yes, money is a big factor in football. No one's disagreeing with that, Mo. But end of the day, it doesn't matter if Lavia went to Liverpool or if he went to Chelsea. He's still securing the bag either way. He might be getting more money at Chelsea, might be getting a longer term contract at Chelsea, but he's still going to make millions regardless, bro. And on top of that, let's not act as if we're not buying young players that are going to develop, young players that have the world-class potential, young players with an ownership that have ambition. Do you know what I mean? We've got a project here where we're trying to buy multiple clubs. We're trying to build this multi-club model like Man City. Do you know what I mean? We're in London. We're a team.
Let me know when you're done. Let me know when you're done. Let me know when you're done.
You're gonna just you're gonna keep interrupting me every 2 seconds.
No, I'll tell you. Let me know when you're done with one of your monologues again.
Because no, it's not about monologues. Because all you ever talk about when it comes to Chelsea is, oh, you guys are just players are just picking you guys because of money. But it's more than just money. Like I've said, money is a plus. But let's not act as if Chelsea aren't the most successful club in the past 20 years, regardless of whether it's under Roman or not. We can't erase that history. Let's not act as if Chelsea aren't attractive. Let's not act as if we're not in London and London's not an attractive perspective.
Yeah, Don,
let's not act as if we haven't got ambitious owners.
Patrick, let me respond.
But hold on. I get that.
So I can respond to
in order.
Let's let people finish what they're saying, so the viewers can't hear. So let them finish, please.
Patrick, yeah, I'm sure. Listen, with Levy, yeah, you would love for Levy to be able to spend the money that Tottenham make, because Tottenham are a rich club. Let's not act as if Tottenham don't spend. And in order for an owner to show ambition, you need to spend money, bro. You need to spend money. But the problem that I've got no problem with Mo saying that Chelsea are offering these big boy contracts and offering this money and whatnot. But for you to completely dismiss everything else that's being built, I'm sorry, that's just you being salty. Because it's not the money is not the only reason why players are coming to Chelsea. I was told that Chelsea are out of Europe now. You're going to be able to attract players. Why did Caicedo turn down Liverpool then? Because they're in Europe. Why did Lavia turn down Liverpool then? Because they're in Europe. And they even get and Lavia's even guaranteed more game time over there, and he still picked Chelsea. Do you get it? So you have to look at it, bro. Like, there's a lot more than just the money aspect at the moment. It's not just money that's attracting these players. There's a big project that's being built here.
One thing, yeah.
You finished? Okay. So number one, I never said that it's only the money. I said the money is a big factor. And when I talk about two projects compared to each other at the moment, footballing project, this is my opinion. It's not a fact that Liverpool still, they have young players, but their young players are 24, 25. They have two players in starting 11, which is Mo Salah and Van Dijk. They're over 30. Everybody else is young. So that's a project as well. They have the better manager, in my opinion, as well. It's just not a fact. It's my opinion. When I say money, I've never seen in the history someone offer 8-year contracts. So that's something new to me and new to everybody in the world, right? Nobody has done that before. So something that we have to speak on, right? Apart from Chelsea project, you're doing really, really well. You're buying a bunch of 19 and 20 years old. You're replacing academies with buying these guys, hoping that some of them will bang and you will sell them or they will bang. So that's great project. And just to let you know, Don, I'm the first one that said that Chelsea is the most successful club in England over the past 20 years. And I'm the first one who said Todd Bowley is different than FSG and the Glazers and everything, because he wants to win like the Arabs. He is willing to go the extra mile and spend more for his club to win. He does not count it as revenue minus expenses equal profit. So I bigged him up, but I have to speak about the money thing because this is a fact now. It's not the only thing, right? You played very well, and me and you were on shows yesterday. We talked about it, but the money has to be mentioned. But Chelsea fans don't want to mention it. That's my problem. If you mention it within your project, I will appreciate it, but you guys don't want to mention it. It's a big factor, Don. Nobody can compete with Chelsea, bro, with this amount of money.
I get what you're saying, but the problem that I've got is that you make it the main reason. And like I've said to you, the wages that are being offered now are not like what they were offered under Roman. Do you know what I mean? You had players like Kai Havertz that were unproven in the Prem, and they were coming on crazy wages. That's not happening anymore, bro. Do you get it? Like I said, you've got players like Enzo Fernandez, who's got the potential to become world class. If we bought him under Roman's regime, I wouldn't be surprised if he was getting 250 a week, 200k a week. I'm pretty sure Enzo's in about 140 a week, 150 a week. Do you know what I mean? You've got some, like I said, when we're out of Champions League football, the wages go down by 30%. The whole wage structure is going down completely. I know Todd Bowley is coming here and offering long-term contracts, which you're right when you say that you're securing your family's future. You're not wrong when you say that. But my problem is you're making it the main reason why players are going to Chelsea and completely dismissing all the other factors that are being built in this project at the moment. I'm not disagreeing with you. They're going to be paid. I'm not saying that. But for you to just say that's the main reason why, I'm sorry, but I don't agree with that, because there's a lot more than that. There's a lot more than that.
The only thing I will say, Don, just to kind of chime in and just to kind of add, obviously there's three factors. I think the project is very interesting, Pochettino and what he's doing, what we could see. I was watching Chelsea yesterday. I was very impressed. But let's just take it from an employment laws perspective. Do you get what I'm saying? You sign an 8-year contract and they lock you off after the first year. They got to pay you for the remaining 7 years. So in terms of whether they're getting paid 140 a week or 200 a week, it's still 200 a week for 3 years, 140 a week for 7 years. It's much of a muchness. You get what I'm trying to say? So yeah, of course, the money is a factor. Poch is a factor. The project is all a factor. These are all big boy factors. But why are players going to? Why did Jordan Henderson go to Saudi? He wanted to secure the last 3-4 years of his footballing career. Man's got money, but he's ready to go make 750 bags a week. So it will always be a factor. If not, what's the point of playing? Why are we in the football game in the first place? That's why we love Premier League. So we have to say, and Chelsea, you're renowned for buying your success, whether you look like it or not. The reason why you can pump your chest the way that you're pumping your chest is because you were blessed to have Abramovich. Had Tottenham had Abramovich, man would be singing the same song. You get me?
And I said the same thing, Deji. Like when before we brought Poch in, I was saying, listen, if you guys had Todd Bowley as your owner when Pochettino was there, when you're pushing for the league, listen, you would have won at least 2 league titles. The guy would have made sure that Poch got everything, because you guys had probably one of the best 11s in the Prem at the time, yeah. But when you looked at the depth, it just wasn't there. It was like Arsenal last season. Do you get it? But Todd Bowley would have actually not thrown money at it, but yeah, thrown money at it. And again, I'm not hiding from the fact that Chelsea spend money. It is where it is. I'd rather my owner be ambitious enough to spend than my owner to just be a little bit reserved like FSG. I'm not running from that. I'm not saying Chelsea don't spend money. But the issue that I've got is when people just say, oh, the only reason why players are going Chelsea is because of the money. It can be a massive factor, but there's a lot more than that. You've got to sell them the whole project and they've got to buy into it. It's not just the money that they're coming for, is the point that I'm making.
The thing is, you run out of sympathy for Liverpool as soon as they go and bid 110 million for Caicedo. Because at that point, you can't be like, oh, we're poor and Chelsea are just buying all the midfielders. You just bid 110 million for Caicedo. You've got the money. You just don't want to spend it in the way that Chelsea do. And Chelsea are probably taking a risk with the way they're going about their business. But if that pays off, then fair play to them. But the woe is me, we're too poor Liverpool attitude's just embarrassing.
Yeah, Rory,
they're not poor.
thing.
Hold on, Don. They're not poor. So the difference is they're not poor. Don's main word is ambitious, which is FSG at the end. If they make enough profit to run the club, if they come fourth, it doesn't matter for them if fourth equals second, because at the end, this is a business. This is a fund for them. Todd Bowley, for him, it's personal. Like the Arabs, they want to win. They would rather spend more money to win, which is something I applaud. Like fans that say, I want an Arab owner. I want an American owner that is willing to win, that cares about the championship more than they care about revenue. But this is the difference. FSG only cares about the books. You know what I mean? If the books is balanced, they're good. Todd Bowley will go the extra mile to win. This is something I applaud Todd Bowley for.
I totally get. I want to go to some of the super chats.